Lots of sun now that we've entered the month of July. And here at Petco Park, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Astros and the Padres. Big holiday weekend ahead.
It doesn't get much better than this, does it? Clear skies tonight.
Beautiful. And the Padres taking the field. Let's take a look at the lineup for Houston tonight for the manager Cecil Cooper. Michael Bourne, speedster, leading off in center field. Then Tejada at short. Berkman batting in the 3 spot, and Carlos Lee in the cleanup position. He has been cleaning up on the Padres, a .550 batting average against San Diego. Jeff Blum, former Padre, playing third base with Ivan Rodriguez catching. Darren Erstad will be in right field tonight with Pence on the bench. Matsui at second, and Brian Moeller, who has a much better ERA on the road than at home, as Bob Scanlon mentioned just a bit ago. And Walter Silva pitching for San Diego.
Walter Silva is going to have to make an adjustment after his last time out. Only 2 1/3 innings pitched, 7 hits. He gave up 9 runs. 8 of them were earned. And the pitching here at home, a little bit different venue than at Texas, but still, bad pitches are bad pitches. He's going to have to make an adjustment tonight against this Houston Astro team who's got some horses in this lineup.
The defense behind Silva tonight for the Padres features Hairston, Gwynn, and Venable in the outfield. Will makes his 7th start this season and his 3rd in right field. What a big pinch hit he had last night in the rally.
Oh yeah, he took a breaking ball into right field. Good at bat for William.
It's the start tonight. We are set to go from Petco Park as Michael Bourne steps in the box. We hope you enjoy the telecast tonight. First one on the way, and he's first pitch swinging and fouls it off. Shoots another one foul past third base coach Dave Clark, and quickly 2 strikes.
And that's a good sign for Walter Silva. Quickly ahead. Now put him away. Be nice to see Walter Silva cruise through the first 3 innings.
A little bit inside to Bourne. Into the seats behind the Houston dugout. And of course, Walter did not make it through 3 innings in Arlington. Gave up 2 in the first, 4 in the second, and 3 in the third before departing. Down the left field side, that's near the line, but fortunately does drop foul.
You know, I've got to be honest with you. After last night's game, the ball off the bat of Bourne that Tony Gwynn caught in right field. I thought that was ticketed for that auxiliary scoreboard out there, and everybody was off to the races, and I thought we were still going to be playing, but that kid right there made a heck of a catch to end the ball game.
And to reach up over his head to make the game-saving catch and secure the 4-3 Padres win. Another 1-2 to Bourne, and he strikes out, and indeed Silva does finish it off with a strikeout. Here's the way the night of baseball ended last night. And Tony going back and reaching up to snag it. 22nd save for Heath Bell.
You know, you hear that ball off the bat certain ways. You know if it's a broken bat. You know if a guy gets jammed. That one was crisp.
Tony making that play in right field in the game last night, in center field tonight.
I'm watching you.
Tejada. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Couple of hits last night for Tejada. One of those an RBI double. Nothing in 2.
I think last time out, Walter Silva in Texas may have been a little timid out there on the mound. Kind of feeling his way around, not really attacking the zone.
Well, Walter had the first start of that series in Arlington, and certainly the ballpark there in Arlington has the reputation for being a hitter's ballpark. Maybe that psyched him out a little bit, huh?
It could have. And I can see how it can do that, like pitching in Colorado, pitching in Texas. And I know that's where, you know, you have to be smart between the ears and just trust your stuff. Because if you start being tentative, nice.
Well, Walter has back-to-back strikeouts to begin this game.
Once again, quickly getting ahead to Tejada and then expanding the strike zone with the breaking ball. Silva throws all the pitches. Fastball, two-seamer, cutter, curveball, slider, change. Did I say slider twice? I like slider.
Good pitch. Why not double up on it?
Yeah.
Well, Berkman up, taking strike one. Got hot just before entering this series here in San Diego. Has stayed that way. A two-run home run here last night. And grounds it out to Eck. That's a great beginning for Walter Silva, who sets down the Astros in order. Nothing across. And the Padres. Bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the San Diego lineup for Bud Black tonight. It has Tony Gwynn leading off, Eckstein batting second, Hairston in left. And yes, Adrian Gonzalez is in the lineup for the 284th consecutive time. He'll play. Headley batting fifth, playing third base. Kuz not in the starting lineup. Then Venable, Alfonso catching with Cabrera at short, and Silva pitching.
Brian Mueller, the right-hander, he's a veteran in his 12th year in the big leagues. His last 9 starts, the club has gone 7-2. This is his 13th start of the year. Sinker, slider, cutter, change, curveball. Not overpowering, but 89 to 91 on the fastball. Crafty right-hander.
First pitch strike to Gwynn. Usually you hear the crafty term applied to lefties, but yeah, there's some righties out there that gets
absolutely.
that term. Off the outside corner. Tony had a big hit in the rally last night. Tied the game with a single to right in the 7th. That brought in Venable, and then he scored the game-winning run with a nice slide around Quintero. Wants it in the air, back behind the plate. Here is Rodriguez running out of room. Catch made in the seats. Coors Light freeze cam last night. The play at the plate. Daylight. And he got it with the left hand with the go-ahead run.
Oh, yeah, Quintero tried to sell it like, oh, I got him on the back. Well, no, it was a great call by home plate umpire Mike Riley. And a great slide by Tony.
Down low to Gwynn.
There's a Gwynn fan with the old school jersey on, which I love. Love that.
Out into right field, base hit. May have broken his bat on that.
He will gladly sacrifice that shillelagh for a base knock.
Singles into right. Let's take a look at the Astros defense. Brought to you by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to sdstorage.com to find a store near you today. Lee, Bourne, and Erstad in the outfield tonight. No Pence. Erstad, 1,375 career starts. Just a long time with the Angels. He is in right field tonight for Houston. First pitch strike to Eck. Three hits last night, including the game-winning hit in the seventh. Out to short, Tejada the flip. And they get the one out there. Matsui getting Gwynn off the bat. Looked like they had a chance for two, but Tejada and Matsui had a little trouble hooking up here.
It looks like Tejada throws him a changeup. This is the old 16-inch softball type, throw towards second base. It wasn't sharp. It wasn't on the line. In that time, that ball getting to Matsui at second base allows X time. But don't forget about Tony Gwynn going into second base. That's a good hard slide.
So Eck is on for Hairston with one out. Muller pours in a strike.
See if you notice that last pitch that was caught by Rodriguez, like a little lottery ball in that glove of his. That had a little movement on it late. First pitch, off-speed pitch to Scotty Hairston. And Rodriguez kind of uses a smaller glove too. Here's the previous pitch. This is the first pitch of the at-bat. Watch how the ball kind of rattles around a little bit. Hits him in the heel of the glove, and he catches it in the webbing. Small catcher's glove that he uses. He's a Wilson guy, a 2000.
Fastball on the outside corner.
If there's one thing to say about Brian Moeller, as we mentioned before, he doesn't throw that hard. But his best attribute is probably the command of the fastball, both away to the lefties and away to the righties. And he threaded the needle that last pitch.
It's it past Hairston. And the strikeout, 2 away.
Even though Moeller gets the strikeout, he's not happy with the location of that pitch. It was up and away. He wanted that one down, but Scotty Hairston swings right through it. That is looks like a hanging curveball.
Brian Moeller, 37 years old. Came up with the Tigers. Had a brief stint with Houston. Actually wasn't all that brief. He pitched briefly for Houston in 2003, then had right elbow surgery and missed the remainder of the 03 season. And most of 04, went to Florida and now back his third season since coming back to the Astros.
He had some good years in Detroit. Double digits in the win column.
Had 4 consecutive seasons of double-digit wins with the Tigers early in his career, 97, 98, 99, and 2000. Off-speed pitches outside.
He's hung in there, though. 7 times he's been on the DL. Everything from an appendectomy to tendonitis to shoulder surgery, elbow surgery.
Adrian takes the 1-1 outside. Last night injured his knee sliding into third base. Came out of the game shortly after that. Slowly back to the mound, and Moeller throws out Adrian to end the inning. Leadoff base hit by Gwynn, and a man stranded.
Hey fans, enjoy Padres weekday afternoon games and get 2 tickets for the price of 1 in select seating sections.
Enjoy 2-for-1 prices on tickets and Wiener Schnitzel hot dogs Thursday, July 2nd. That's tomorrow. Padres 2-for-1 getaway days presented by Southwest Airlines. Left fielder Carlos Lee taking down low. 2 balls, no strikes. Just to tick over 300 on the year. Has been tearing up Padre pitching. Rolls it softly to Cabrera. And Silva had him out in front of a 2-0 pitch there. And Lee grounds out 1 away in the second.
A 2-0 slider, because I'll be honest with you, 2-0. And Walter Silva, the last outing, you know, the outfielders sometimes get that feeling like they've got to get into the starting blocks, right? To cover the gap, especially with a guy like Carlos Lee. But Walter Silva proving that he can make an adjustment and attack the zone. Hey, why not attack the zone with all your stuff? Take your chance that way, right?
And Jeff Blum up with 1 out. Moves off the outside corner for ball 1.
Blummer was very frustrated last night after the night he had at the plate. You could just see, especially after his last at-bat when he popped out to left field. Jeff took an 0 for 4. He can hit, though.
Looks at a strike.
I'll never forget the story when we had Blummer out in an interview in Houston, talking about when he was at Cal. And his coach said, "You're switch hitting, or else you're losing your scholarship."
Back to his right. Throws him out. Not only did he learn how to switch hit, but it allowed him to become a professional Major League Baseball player. The 2 ground ball outs for Silva here in the second, and nobody aboard for the catcher, Ivan Rodriguez. Bud started the first game of this series on Monday, going 1 for 4 with a home run. He pinch hit in the 9th last night against Heath Bell and worked a walk. Back in the starting lineup tonight. Off the end of the bat to the right side, and Eck this time to his left. 3 ground ball outs for Silva. He was sent down the first 6 Houston hitters of the game. It'll be Headley.
Ready for the beach with a free Padres beach towel. Get yours Saturday, July 4th as we take on the Dodgers at a special 1:05 start time.
This year's Padres Beach Towel presented by San Diego County Toyota dealers. Get your free Beat LA towel Saturday, July 4th. Your Padres take on the Dodgers at a special 1:10 start time.
Use it as a nice little baby sling. Oh, I need a baby. Feed the baby.
A baby sling? Is that what that is, Gilligan?
Remember those baby slings? Remember?
Patty cake at a very high rate of speed. Headley fouls the left side.
You feed the little baby and they rock to sleep, and if they need to eat, you say, you need to eat your baby. Yeah. Good boy.
Oh, brother. Waving a miss by Chase, who fans. That's the second strikeout for Brian Moeller.
Two-seamer, just up in the zone. Nothing real fancy about that one.
Did you lose the crustacean in your shirt?
He's taking a nappy.
Venable skies it down the left field side, and it will go foul. Arguably for Will, his biggest Padre hit of the season. The pinch hit double last night in the seventh.
And you remember that at bat? It was a breaking ball down. It was down and in. It sped up the bat of Venable. And I'm wondering if Moeller, if he throws him a breaking ball like that last one, it was away. So he can't really turn on it. I'm guessing if he throws something middle in, it's going to be a fastball. Fastball away.
Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the home half of the second.
Great control with the command of the fastball. He can live out there all day. In his numbers, when you look at his splits, he throws really well. The numbers are really good against left-handed hitters. That's because he throws that fastball away with good command. He throws the changeup away, and he'll throw that cutter in on the hands of the left-handed hitter.
Eliezer Alfonso skies one high and deep towards center field. Still going. Bourne at the fence, and it gets onto the beach. Well, there's his first Padres extra base hit, and it's a solo home run for Alfonso. 1-0 San Diego.
Alfonso laying on the fastball away and just getting all over it and taking up the center of the diamond. Nicely done. Get some good carry on that ball also. Thank goodness it didn't hit one of those kids, but somebody did retrieve that baseball. And that kid is glad. That kid's glad he came to the ball yard tonight. He's going home with a souvenir.
Cabrera out to left field, and Lee back a few steps to win the inning, but not before the solo home run from Eliezer Alfonso. Top of the third inning, and time for the Cabot Woodstand legendary performance. And on this date in 1985, Padres catcher Bruce Bochy hits a walk-off homer off Nolan Ryan in the 10th inning. And the Padres beat the Astros 6-5 on this date, July 1st, back in 1985.
Oh, I could just hear Boch right now after that. Yeah, I got him that day. There he is. He got the baseball. Look at the smile on that face. That's what it's all about. Coming to the yard, watch a big league ball game, and going home with a big league baseball.
Nice shirt. Most of the people that drive me nuts. You see that? Aaron Erstad leading off, out of 3 for Houston in the third. Man is down low from Silva. 2 balls and a strike. Erstad grounds it to Eckstein. 5 straight ground ball outs.
Well, remember the home run to the beach? A rugby game broke out. He got a little scrum working out there. Good for him. That made his summer.
That Eliezer Alfonso home run has given the Padres the lead, and with 1 out, Kaz Matsui, the second baseman for Houston.
Man,
Nothing at 2.
What has gotten into Walter Silva? Whatever it is, I like it. Me gusta mucho. The fastball in the outside corner. Yes, sir.
All foul pass first. Silva has thrown first pitch strikes to 6 of the 8 Houston hitters so far. Slap to short, and is caught at the shoe tops by Cabrera.
Positioning is everything, but why is he in a good position? Because, first of all, that's where the spray charts tell, and credit Walter Silva for hitting his spot, and Cabrera being there for that line drive.
Ball 1 to the pitcher, Brian Moeller. Hitless this year. Puts it in play, in the air out to left center. And Gwynn calls off Hairston. Walter Silva, 9 up, 9 down. He'll lead off. Restaurants and their new location, Lolita's at the Park, just across from Petco by MTS. Save gas, save money. Ride MTS to Petco Park. For more information, log on to www.sdmts.com. And by Ron Baker Chevrolet, your home for the Silverado Superstore. That's why I moved to California, to call Major League Baseball, see sunsets like that, and also inherit a mountain of debt, but, you know, that's a whole other story.
Hey, a great look at the bay there.
Oh, it's awesome. 9-1-2 coming up for the Padres in the third inning.
You can actually go out to the mailbox and not have to come back in the house and have to take a shower because you're working
you're really
up a ladder.
down after that trip to Texas, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm upset.
That humidity just, I think, got to your brain.
Can't wait to go to Atlanta and Florida in August.
Yeah, that won't be bad. Silva takes a strike. Limited ABs for Walter, but he does have 2 hits and 5 at-bats on the season. Back 0-2. Nothing Padres on a solo home run in the second from Eliezer Alfonso. Check swing, he went, and that's the 4th strikeout for Moeller. Time for the Subway $5 footlong fan poll. Which is your favorite Magra hat? The felt fedora, the straw stingy brim, the felt pork pie, the straw Panama. That's the pork pie? Pork pie? All right. Panama. Okay. We'll interrupt for this pitch to Tony. A strike. The stingy brim. And the last one. The felt fedora. Very nice. Those are your 4 selections for tonight. Tony takes below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. He singled to right his first time up. Off-speed pitch is a strike.
Jimmy G. That's right out of the Untouchables. That's sweet, though. I like that. Oh, yeah. Zap's got the Kangol working. Give me the Z, Zap. Give me the Z. Word.
Moeller brings a 3-2 to Gwynn. Got him looking.
Oh, kind of generous in that outside corner, maybe. Once again, the command of the fastball. Oh, that looks like it's off the plate, but Pudge Rodriguez does a fine job of framing that pitch.
5 strikeouts in 2 2/3 for Moeller.
No, oh my gosh.
Looks like something from the electric company. You know, remember the old show like Sesame Street on public television?
Bo's looking good. The Kangol.
Ball one inside to Eck.
Johnny Bruno just looked like he walked out of like Mythbusters or something.
Dave.
He got a free bowl of soup with that hat. That's actually the giveaway. I like
that's
that
the giveaway hat, which is reversible. It's got the blue on the other side. Asking you to choose your favorite is kind of like asking you to choose favorite child. You can't do it.
Yeah, you can't do it.
So we might as well let the viewers do it.
In fact, there's the reversal of the floppy lid. Thank you, Dave.
1-1.
By the way, my son comes up to me today at the house and says, by the way, Dad, you've got 35 hats.
Oh, he's counting them for
He went
you.
into the closet and counted them all. But no, I don't. You know, I love the pork pie because it's something you can wear with everything. I love the stingy brim straws because they're cool in the summer.
Heck. Quickly pops back up.
My goodness. David Eckstein, it's like he's got a magnet inside that uniform of his.
Or a target on his body.
Yeah, you know what's scary about that one? That's up around the head.
Yeah.
And there, you know, Brian Muller's not going to be throwing at David Eckstein in this situation. It's, you know, sometimes it just gets away. And David Eckstein does a fine job of getting that shoulder, turning in towards the pitch and taking that off the shoulder rather than off the melon.
So many bruises. Now he's just one big bruise, probably.
Yeah.
He's got so many.
I'm wondering if you get to the point where you just become immune to it. They still got to hurt, don't they?
Yeah, you can't become immune to that, can you?
Yeah.
Ball went down low to Hairston. And a double in last night's game to extend that streak.
You know, another reason why Muller's so upset. He had Eckstein to 1 and 2. He doesn't want to hit him there. He had him in the hole.
Eck talking with first base umpire Lance Diaz. Think about something that Muller's doing there on the mound.
Whether David saw something in his leg kick or maybe a little bit of movement before he gets set. Because once you start, you have to come to a complete set or step back off the rubber. But you can't start and stop when you're in contact with that rubber, or else it's a block.
A 2-1 for Hairston. 2-2.
You know, I'm wondering if David was talking about, see how Muller starts with the ball in his hand? The ball is in his hand. And then he'll put his foot on the rubber. Last time I saw him put his foot on the rubber, and then he put the ball in his, there. That should be a block because he's in contact with the rubber. You can't separate your hand from your glove. I think that might be what David, but he does it every time. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah,
when your foot's in contact with the rubber, your ball has to be in your hand or in your glove. You can't go contact the rubber, ball in hand, and then separate.
And then pull it and separate the ball from the glove.
Correct.
All right, let's
see if he gets in contact with the rubber. Okay, he's contact. Now,
no,
he's in
yet.
front. Now he's in contact. Okay, his ball was already in the glove at that point.
Full count, so Eck will get a running start this time. Berkman plays behind him.
Okay, contact. Okay, yeah, he already, you know, he was standing in front of the rubber, I guess.
When he did that?
And he put his ball in the glove, and then he made contact with the rubber.
Through the left side. Eck taking a look, but Carlos Lee plays it in. Base hit for Hairston. Hit number 3 tonight for the Padres, and it's 2 on with 2 outs.
That one didn't sound crisp off the bat, and it was a high breaking ball. Looks like Scott may have kind of, you know, down towards the label a little bit, but still in between the shortstop and third baseman for a base knock. And once again, another hanging breaking ball. Remember last time, Scotty struck out on the high breaking ball. Cocktails. Midnight getting a brewski.
Weekend starts early.
Cheers, meeting a new friend at the ball yard.
Gotcha. Back to work.
That was funny.
Adrian hit a comebacker his first time. On the outside edge for strike one. He tested out the knee. The trainer's room early today. And Adrian says everything tests out fine. So right back into the lineup tonight. And rolls that out to Matsui. Hit batsman and a base hit with 2 outs, but 2 men left on, and that's 3 stranded by San Diego. And we have finished 3 at Petco Park. Satisfy both with Sequan Casino's incredible all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet, now for only $10. Top of the 4th inning, top of the order up. High strike to Michael Bourne. 1-0 Padres on a solo homer in the second from Eliezer Alfonso. Bourne, who fanned in the first to begin the game, down 0-2.
Like he was to lead off the game, he was down 0-2, and Walter Silva put him away. With about 3 or 4, maybe 5 pitches that at bat.
Michael Bourne saw 6 pitches at the at bat to begin the game. He sees his 4th of this plate appearance. It's up high. Bourne gets jammed right side and caught by Adrian charging. Let's get to the Aflac trivia question for tonight.
Aflac!
Which Astro player scored baseball's 1 millionth run?
I remember that.
I believe I remember that too. That happened late 70s,
Late
early
70s,
80s?
yeah.
Late 70s. I believe it was scored by somebody. Who has gone on to an executive position in baseball.
Yes.
Lined sharply. And Tejada has a base hit cut off on the alley by Hairston. He'll hold him to a 1-out single. And there's the first base runner for Houston tonight. After Silva had retired the first 10 Astro hitters.
So the first time in the stretch for Walter Silva, and it's a breaking ball. It's a high breaking ball that's just down the heart of the plate. You're not going to get away with that pitch too often, especially to a guy like Mickey Tejada.
#101st hit of the season for Tejada, and it brings up Lance Berkman, who is scalding the baseball in his last 6 games. Popped up, but will get behind the dugout foul. Berkman checking his bat. Berkman grounded out to Eckstein in the first inning. Tejada at first with 1 away. Berkman clubs one foul down the left field side. #17 home runs for Berkman, 47 RBIs.
You know, you put that, you say he's 17 home runs. You put that into perspective. Remember we were talking about Pujols before the game started?
Hit sharply, and Cabrera positioned well, but can't handle that. It's into center field for a base hit. Tejada down to second. So even though he was in the right spot, cheating up the middle, could not handle this hot shot.
This ball was really hit hard. It's one of those in-between hops. That's a tough play for any shortstop, having to go to his left a little bit. But an 0-2 mistake by Walter Silva. We're talking about the home runs. Pujols has 30 home runs already?
30. Cardinals and Giants are in extra innings right now. 1-1 in the 10th. Dodgers scored a run in the 8th today and beat the Rockies 1-0. 2 on, 1 out for Carlos Lee.
And this is where the Houston Astros can hurt you.
By the way, a base hit for Berkman. A rip there for Lee. Broke his bat, but hits it fair into the left field corner. Tejada scores the tying run. Berkman will be stopped at third. It's a long single for Carlos Lee. That's 3 consecutive hits here in the Astro fourth, and it's 1-1.
Well, you're right. He did sound like he broke his bat, but the ball elevated. And Carlos Lee is so darn strong. He gets it over the third baseman's head down there. And a little bit of a jam here with 1 out. One thing I did notice, Walter Silva, very aggressive first time around in the zone, right? He's going after him, and he had good results. And it looks like now that the Astros, they're going after those pitches with some aggression.
And the second time through the order.
Yeah.
Glove rolled out to Eckstein in the second. Runners at the corner, still only 1 out. On the outside edge to Blum, strike 1.
Well, Jeff Blum this year has grounded into 5 double plays. Miguel Tejada leads the Astros in that category with 13. So maybe a little sinker down and away, have him roll something over. And you've got to be careful with that breaking ball now. This is the lefty. You hang that one, and you've seen Jeff Blum go to the right field seats. a few times.
1-1 pitch from Silva. He misses away. 2 balls and a strike. Silva had retired the first 10 batters of the game. Got Bourne on a pop-up to begin this inning, but Tejada, Berkman, and Lee, 3 consecutive singles. Now a 2-1 to Blum instead of check on Lee. Into the hands of Blum, 3-1. Silva, who's been around the plate, 74% strikes, behind in the count to Blum.
Well, the pitch count was real nice the first time around. Now multiple base runners looking from the stretch and deep counts. This is a dangerous count with 3 balls.
And on the fist and pulled foul.
We mentioned in the pregame show with a 3-ball count, hitters are hitting like 5-something, close to 600 off of Walter Silva.
First 3-ball count for Silva tonight. Full here on Jeff Blum. Silva thinking about Lee. I don't think they would start him in this situation. Possible though. Lee not running, and it's pulled to first. Past Adrian into right field. Berkman scores. Lee stops at second. And it's a base hit for Blum and an RBI. And Houston has taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hanging breaky ball. It's a 1-hopper, 2-hopper, and just off the glove of Adrian. Well, we've seen him make that play so many times, but they rule it a base hit. His momentum was going that way, 2 towards second base. Would have been a perfect opportunity to try to turn 2, but Astros score a run.
HOU 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. Four consecutive singles for the Astros here in the 4th with 1 out. Club towards right and back. It's caught by Venable. Had to make a late adjustment. He was able to react and make the play for the 2nd out.
Yeah, when this ball was hit and I saw William coming in, I thought it was going to be trouble. Then there, whoa, make an adjustment. That's where playing on the hardwood on the basketball floor helps you out a little bit, so you can change directions quickly, like William did at Princeton. Checking the notes.
Nice to have quick feet. 2 on, 2 outs for Darren Erstad, the right fielder. The first pitch strike from Silva. Load by Alfonso. Erstad pinch hit last night and grounded out. Grounded out his first time up tonight, an inning ago. That's high, 2 balls and a strike. catches the inside corner and evens it up.
Be nice for the Padres and Walter Silva to keep it at a 2 spot here in the 4th. Second time around, guys are taking some good hacks. But if you limit it to 2, wouldn't be so bad. You know, Walter threw the first time through the order. He threw some breaking stuff, but it seems like a lot more the second times. You know, bigger breaking balls.
Right.
You know, we saw I think we saw the shorter breaking ball first time through. Fastballs, sliders. You see big looping curveballs this time around.
2-2.
Oh,
Would have been low in a full count.
I thought he may have gotten the call there on that freeze fastball right at the knees. Now the runners will be going with the count 3-2 as we take a look. It's a pretty good pitch.
Ian Blum indeed will be running. Full count, 2 outs, and a payoff delivery to Darren Erstad. And a walk loads him up. First walk allowed by Silva. The 8th man to bat in the inning is second baseman Kaz Matsui.
He hit the ball hard last time out, lined to short.
Right to Cabrera. Big hitter here for Silva. This batter could really dictate what kind of night Walter's going to have the rest of the way.
Runners are going, the crack of the bat, a little looper or a gapper.
Hit hard down the right field side, foul.
Strike 2.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, the 0-2 pitch. Now the pitcher due up next, but nowhere to put Matsui.
As the pitch count gets up over 60 now, Luis Perdomo is heating up in the Padre pen.
Breaky ball up the middle, diving. Cabrera the flip to second. And a run will score. Well, he kept it on the infield.
Saved another run.
Astros get one. Infield hit for Matsui makes it 3-1.
What a great effort by Everth. And tries to make the force play at second. That's a tough play. We've seen him dive for a lot of baseballs up the middle there. He gives a great effort.
Carlos Lee scores the 3rd run of the inning, and now the pitcher is up, Brian Moeller. But a 2-strike hit for Matsui. Moeller flied to center his first time up. Well, after retiring the first 10 Houston hitters of the game, 6 of the next 7 have reached base for the Astros.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, huh?
32 pitches alone here in the 4th inning from Silva. Out to third, short hop. Headley hesitates, throws off Adrian, and 2 runs will come in. Here comes a 3rd runner. Adrian makes a throw to the plate, and that skips by.
Oh my. Headley didn't know what to do with the ball when he first got the ball. It's like he wanted to go to third for the force out, and then he decided to go to first, and then he yanked it.
And that play cost 3 runs.
One short hop, thinking about it, and then yanking the throw, and then everybody's off and running. That clears the bases. You know, his momentum was going in. The play right off the bat should have been to first base. He thought about the force, but by that time, his weight already committed. He had to go, you know, and the crack of the bat, the runner's going, right? I don't know if he would have beat the runner to third base.
I don't think so. He was
You
so
got to
far
think
from
first
the
base
bag.
on that because of the way the ball was hit.
He made a good pickup on the short hop. Like the throwing error. And Blum, Erstad, and Matsui all score on that play. And Bourne fouls it down the left field side. Bourne began the inning and popped out.
Yeah, it's just a shame that happens because a good throw to first base and we're out of this inning.
One error charged on the play to Headley. Had a shot at the plate. Nothing charged there. And a throw that got by as of yet. 2-1 pitch. Slow ground ball to short. And Cabrera goes out Bourne. The 10 men come to the plate. 6-run score for the Astros. 3 of those unearned. Bottom of the 4th inning. Let's answer the Aflac trivia question for tonight.
Aflac!
Which Astro scored baseball's 1 millionth run? The answer, Bob Watson. Scored the 1 millionth run in Major League history on May 4th, 1975. At 12:32 in the afternoon, scored from second base on a 3-run homer by teammate Milt May at San Francisco's Candlestick Park. Narrowly eclipsing Davey Concepcion in an entirely different city by 1.5 seconds.
That's pretty funny.
For his accomplishment, Watson received a watch 1 million Tootsie Rolls and 1 million pennies.
1 million pennies.
So 1 million pennies would be
What, 10 grand?
10 grand, right?
10,000.
Obviously, our math.
Well, the angry statistician is the mathematician here. 1,000 penny is what? $1,000 or $10,000? $10,000.
Headley leading off the bottom of the fourth. So 1,000,000 pennies is $10,000.
That's what I'm told. Yeah. Because you move the decimal point over 2 spots, right? And then you put the comma after. Yeah.
Can you imagine the next day when Bob Watson went to the bank and wanted to get the cash for that and drops 1,000,000 pennies on the teller? Hey, can I get the cash for this? Don't bother counting them. It's 1,000,000 pennies. 3-0 strike for Moeller. All right, a lot of baseball still to play here despite the ugly top half of the inning. Just in the bottom of the fourth. Strike on the outside edge, 3-2.
Well, that's some serious research, isn't it? Trying to find out how many runs were scored up to that point.
A walk to Headley begins the fourth. Well, in 1975, remember the technology to try to coordinate to see you in real time who's going to score the 1,000,000th run.
Right.
A lot tougher in 1975 than
I'm sure
nowadays.
Somebody was on the horn, though, from the press box.
I'm sure that's probably how they were doing it.
They were all connected, maybe a conference call or something, and
keeping track. Venable fanned his first time, takes a rip and misses. Down and into Venable, a ball and a strike.
Every time I think of Bob Watson, I think of those orange helmets that the Astros used to wear back in the day.
With the little star H on it?
Yeah, the blue H, or the blue star and the white H on the orange helmet. They had some funky color combinations there.
Well, the mid to late 70s was the Astros rainbow uniforms, right? When they had all that going on in the
I actually like
the torso.
The later ones after that.
That.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking uni.
And to chase one of the dirt, and Venable strikes out. That is 6 Ks for Moeller and 1 out in the fourth.
Hitting against Moeller is like pulling teeth. Get it? Moeller?
Oh, Moeller, I got it.
You see where I'm
pulling a
going
Moeller. Took me a second, but I got the reference now. I see the wisdom in what you're saying there now.
Oh, nice.
Well, the A's are homered to center in the second. Give the Padres the early lead. Moved off the plate, ball 1 inside. Towards third, and Blum fields it in foul territory, or attempted to field that in foul territory.
Those are the ones I like.
And there was the white ones of those.
Yeah, that's the one I wore back in 1993. Those were our like BP tops, and then the home was the all white with the stripes down the side. We had the white sandies with the dark blue stirrups and the white spikes.
Two balls and a strike. One on, one out in the San Diego fourth. Astros scored 6 in the top of the inning, though 3 of those were unearned. They get the plate umpire Chuck Merriweather. Or was it Ron Rodriguez, one of the two, got it.
Might have been Pudge.
The way Yvonne is reacting, I think it was him. Well, it goes full on Alfonso. And they at first, one out, and a 3-2 pitch. Foul to third.
Yeah, there's that strike one we were talking about earlier. You know, when the Astros first came out with that style uniform, I don't know whether you remember this or not, they had the baseball on the back with the number in the baseball.
I don't remember that
like
part
the
of it.
first year when they went to that style of uniform.
Alfonso's home run in the second was his first extra base hit as a Padre. To right field, Erstad coasting to his left. 2 away.
Well, I know there's a guy in the clubhouse for the Houston Astros here at Petco Park, Dennis Laborio, who's one of the best ever. He's the equipment manager for the Astros. He's been there since, gosh, he's been there forever. I'll have to look him up in the media guide. But great guy, knows all the uniforms, knows all the players, of course. But he'd be the one to talk about all the uniform changes throughout the years.
Cabrera in the second, fly to left. Ryan Moeller's 1-0. The pitcher spot due up next, and Edgar Gonzalez is coming to the on-deck circle. Top foul by Cabrera. They let off the inning with a walk. He's at first with 2 outs. Down low, 3-1. Moeller now at 66 pitches.
Yeah, that pitch count's good enough for him also, but he's got the 5-run lead. I know things can turn around in a hurry, but with 2 outs, he's definitely in the driver's seat here.
And they watch Cabrera. It's going to bring up the pitcher spot and in Walter Silva's night as the Padres will pinch hit for him with Edgar Gonzalez. With 4 innings for Silva, 6 runs, 3 earned, 5 hits. After he retired the first 10 Houston batters of the game. Things unfortunately fell apart the second time through the order.
Yep.
And obviously the 3 unearned runs did not help. Two on, 2 outs for the pinch hitter Edgar Gonzalez. Ball 1 down and away. On the right field side foul. Perdomo has been up in the San Diego bullpen, so it looks like it will be Luis Perdomo when the game gets to the 5th.
Remember, he threw that good game in Texas, but once again, it was a game that was out of reach. And this game is definitely not out of reach.
4 homers this year for Edgar, including a couple of pinch hit home runs. Pinch hitting here, and takes inside. 2-1. Edgar down the line at right, but it is slicing and will go foul.
You know, I'm looking at that out-of-town scoreboard. The Colorado Rockies, 21-7 in the month of June. They lost to the Los Angeles Dodgers today by a score of 1-0.
With a run in the bottom of the 8th.
Wow. What a great month of June for them, huh?
They're right there in the wild card. Giants, wild card leader, lost in extra innings tonight at St. Louis 2-1, though they had won the first couple of games in that series in St. Louis. Two on, 2 outs, and a 2-2. Down and looking. Edgar thought it was low. 7 strikeout for Moeller. And the Padres strand 2.
Big game recap brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Hey, folks, when you're ready to remodel your home, call Murray Lamper Construction. They've been improving San Diego's home since 1975. For more information, get on the web at murraylampert.com. Call Greg Cantor. Well, Luis Perdomo comes out of the Padre bullpen. He threw extremely well in Arlington against the Texas Rangers. It was kind of a blowout game, so he got some work out of the bullpen that day, and he was magnificent after walking the first 2 hitters of that relief outing. He settled down quite nicely and put together a nice outing.
He went 3 2/3 that Friday night. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks, and faces the heart of the order in the Houston 5th inning. Tejada fan of the first, but singled with 1 out of the 4th, and got that mess started. He needed 6 runs. Breaks his bat out to third. Headley takes his time and throws out Tejada for the first out of the 5th. Perdomo gets the leadoff man. Plate umpire Chuck Merriweather wants to examine that baseball. Berkman retired in the first on a ground ball, but singled and scored in the fourth.
Some close games throughout baseball, except for that one in Atlanta, 11-1. Bravos over the Phils. You mentioned the St. Louis score 2-1 over the Giants. 1-0 Mets over the Brewers.
Phillies have not been playing all that well recently.
We've got to make that funky trip to Philly. That,
later this month now.
Yeah. Let's see, we go into D.C., we bus up to Philly that Thursday, and then come back right after the game, right? And then start that series.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. That's the way it works. We're going.
A series with Florida ends here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
go
take
to
that
Philly
back.
for one, then to Washington, right?
Yes, we're flying to
Philadelphia for one, then to Washington and Cincinnati.
Right, because that day right there got changed to a day game, right?
Correct.
Wednesday, the 22nd is now a day game
with the Marlins to conclude that homestand.
So we fly to Washington, and then we'll fly to Philly, then bus to Washington after that game. My bad.
But the Phillies are now just 3 games over. There's a strike to Berkman. Well, the Dodgers got their 50th win of the season today. They're the first team in the big leagues to 50 wins, so they have the best record in the major leagues. The Giants right now are the wild card leader. And the team on their heels for the wild card are the Rockies. We have 3 teams right now in the National League West. Right in the thick of things with postseason aspirations. Berkman clubs it deep left. Hairston back at the fence, leaping!
Yeah!
What a grab by Scott Hairston at the 3:57 mark.
Scotty makes some nice plays in Arlington. He goes up and times this one perfectly and gets the leather on it. Nice. Way to hang on, Scotty. Something to cheer about.
That's close to bringing one back. I don't know if it would have gotten out, but it would have been really close.
You know, how many times have we seen a ball like that hit off a guy's glove and then go over?
Yeah.
You know?
That would at least been off the top of the fence. A nice running grab there by Hairston for the second out of the 5th. 0-1 to Carlos Lee.
Perdomo getting it up there, 95, 96.
Fouled away right side. One for 2 with an RBI tonight and a run scored for Carlos Lee.
Remember when Carlos Lee was in Milwaukee and it was Carlos Lee bobblehead night. He's taking BP in a straw cowboy hat. El Caballo.
Yeah.
Oh. They had the fans there in Milwaukee with the the stick horses wearing their cowboy hats. A good fan following for El Caballo.
It was Carlos Lee bobblehead night in Houston earlier this season when we were there. 3-2. We spent about a year and a half with the Brewers. In his career with the White Sox, been about a half season with the Rangers, now in his third season with Houston. Belts that left field. Hairston coming in. Perdomo in his first inning retires the side in order. The top of the order is coming.
We're going back to the 80s. Why? Four-time Grammy winner Pat Benatar and Neil Gerald are going to be performing July 9th. That's a Thursday up at Valley View Casino. Have dinner at the Black and Blue, have the buffet, and then enjoy a great show. Get in the aisles and dance. You've heard her songs. Love is a Battlefield. Hit me with your best shot. Heartbreaker. In fact, you know what I think? I think Love is a Battlefield. Love is a Battlefield. Even Lenny's getting into the act. Okay.
Way to shake the pecs.
Disclaimer here. To get that act, you have to go to YouTube and put in the search bar Pat Benatar, Love is a Battlefield, and then you'll
I remember that video, yeah.
And then you'll get the dance.
Yeah. That's what she
I
used
don't
to
do it as well as Pat Benatar.
Oh, no.
I mean, it's a photo finish.
Photo finish. Not sure what universe that would be in. Wynn leading off.
Have you ever seen Pat Benatar?
In concert live? No. I
I saw
remember that video very well, though.
I saw her in Buffalo, New York at Pilot Field.
That's what it was called back then. Now
Yeah.
it's changed names a few times. Yeah, where the AAA team plays downtown Buffalo.
Did you like the headband?
Nice headband.
Match my eyes.
It was nice of you to wear Zubas into work today.
I did have a pair of those.
0-2 pitch. Mr. T still has a pair of Zubas because he wore them to Wrigley Field this year.
That's right.
Broken bat back to the mound. And one out for Eck. He was hit by pitch in the third inning, which has fortunately been a common occurrence for Eck this year. Some scary ones. That one in Houston. Oh, Zambrano off his chest.
Off the elbow. Elbow again.
That was earlier tonight.
Yeah, you know what? He doesn't wear that.
The armor.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to use a word, but you know, it's a family show.
Correct.
He just goes up there and, you know, fights off some pitches. If it hits him, it hits him.
Besides the hit by pitch, he has reached on a fielder's choice. 0 for 1. The string on him there. No balls, 2 strikes. Our comparison brought to you by Marvin K. Brown, San Diego's newest Mitsubishi dealer. Did not have a great May, but an outstanding month of June, which he capped off with the game-winning hit last night for the last day of the month. Inside outs that to the right side. A diving catch by Lance Berkman.
An outstanding play by Berkman. I thought that ball was going to bounce, and then he was just going to be a race to the bag with Moeller and Eckstein. An outstanding play by the Rice Owl. Moeller is busting his tail over to first base just in case that ball hits dirt.
That was Puma-like right there.
Yes, it was. He's good.
Very solid player and has been throughout his career.
Big fan.
Two outs for Scott Hairston, who robbed the Puma in the top of the inning at the fence in left field. Strike call. Scott has one of the 3 San Diego hits. Wynn and Alfonso owning the others. The 2-1 pitch.
Well, in between protein shakes, Jim Malone texted me from the clubhouse. Strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah, sure, Jim.
In Buffalo, it's now called Coca-Cola Field. So thank you, Jimbo.
The 2-2. Fouled pass first. Coors Light freeze cam from the top of the inning. Hairston with the glove. From that angle.
That ball coming down, I think it might have hit the wall.
Right at the top of the fence.
But still, very close.
Still an excellent grab. Of course, that ball in Houston would have been way up in the Crawford boxes. Full count on Hairston with 2 outs. Ryan Moeller brings his payoff pitch. Check swing. Did he?
Thank
As
you.
Diaz at first says he didn't. Might have gotten away with one there.
I thought the pitch was very good. So no on the call and no on the swing. We're going to take a look at the side swing. Oh, very close, very close. See, once again, if the ball would have hit the bat, it would have went fair, right?
That tells me that he went around. Base runner for Adrian.
Be nice to cut the lead in half here.
One swing could do that.
Oh, not a good swing by Adrian. He wants that one back.
Very late, 0-1.
Well, first pitch changeup too. He's guessing first pitch fastball, 5-run lead. Bottom of the 5th. Maybe a nice sinker, outer half, but he pulls the string on it.
Adrian has grounded out twice. Runner takes off, swing and a miss, throw down to second. He's in safely. A steal for Hairston, his 7th of the year. Now this does leave first base open, but it is an 0-2 count.
Right.
All the way left side. Still coming right after him. Adrian playing in his 284th consecutive game, longest active streak in the major leagues. And not far away from the Padre record held by Steve Garvey. 305. He's able to stay in the lineup every day. He would tie Garvey on July 25th at Washington for the team record.
You know what always amazes me about that Cal Ripken streak?
Well, there's many things, but
yeah, the one thing that sticks out is, like, let's say his rookie year or even his second year. What was it that made Earl Weaver not say, "Hey kid, you're getting a day off"? Knowing very well that that record wasn't even sniffed or
Right.
even thought about.
you can even say the first 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
like
even you know, the first 8 years. Okay, yeah, you're taking the day off today. You're slumping. You know, we're going to give you a day off today with an off day tomorrow. A scheduled off day. You know, not the case. That's remarkable.
Inside, 2-2. That's gone from 0-2 now to a full count. He's the on deck man. A 3-2 to Gonzalez. Down the left field line, foul. Rodriguez out to talk to his pitcher.
Hey, we got some loyal Channel 4 watchers tonight. Going to give a shout out to John Sarant and Dan Reynolds.
Dan Reynolds is John's stepfather. Dan is 77 years old, a native San Diegan who's currently living in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but Dan's one of the original Padre fans from Lane Field. That's going back a ways. And tonight's his first time at Petco Park. We welcome John and his stepfather Dan Reynolds to Petco Park tonight.
Oh, there he is.
Another 3-2 pitch to Adrian.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. A little rally going here with 2 outs. Where did that one miss? I think Moeller, I think Rodriguez, they're like, oh my goodness. It's strike 3.
Well, you saw Pudge setting up away, but the pitch actually, according to the tracks, caught the plate.
Dewey Robinson, the pitching coach, just going out there to settle Moeller down a little bit as he's approaching 100 pitches. Well, a lot of pitches, 95. 4 2/3.
No activity as of now in the Houston bullpen.
And, there's nothing you can do there. And I'm sure, maybe when Ivan Rodriguez goes back to home plate, maybe, Chuck Merriweather might say, hey, I missed that one or whatever. Or maybe not.
Now they do get some activity going. A right-hander Ficino up for Houston. Strike call on Headley. Do you think that was a little up?
Yeah.
Jace has struck out and walked. Nothing at 2. Moeller retired the first 2, but walked Hairston, walked Adrian. He's ahead of Headley, no balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, speaking of news within the National League West, did you hear that Brandon Webb now is
not going to have surgery?
Yeah.
And he's thinking he can come back sometime in September. If you're a Diamondback fan, I'm not sure how you would react to that.
Yeah. What exactly was the diagnosis?
Just no right shoulder, and I don't think
is
there
it
really is
bicep tendonitis? Is it labrum? Is it rotator cuff? Is it?
It is shoulder. Out to center field, coming in, going out. It's the second baseman Matsui. That ball was going to get down in front of Bourne, but Matsui out to make the play. And Moeller works around his 2 2-out walks. We have finished 5 at Petco Park.
Hey kids, help us beat LA Sunday, July 5th at 1:05 and get a Padres floppy cap for kids.
All kids 14 and younger get a Padres reversible floppy cap presented by Cox Channel 4 San Diego. Blum leading off. All right, how quickly can you do the change? Oh, you got the headphones on.
Yeah, I got the headphones on.
the best laid plans. Down in the dirt.
Oh, Johnny Bruno's got the, what was that,
he's
last
eating
year's?
again. Is he ever not eating while working? That was a tapeworm. Wave and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. You know, we were talking with Bruno about his encounter, shall we say, with Roberto Quintero, the catcher of the Astros last night, on a ball that came back right down in his direction. Rip and a miss by Blum. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
What did he say? He was multitasking?
He was multitasking, but he did say something to Quintero. I think Bruno said something to him like, nice try.
I hope Quintero said, take a hike.
I think he said Quintero said nothing to him. Just kind of gave him a glare. Appeal to third. Mike Riley says he did not go. Of course, we always instruct our camera crew to be very cordial to the opposition. No smack talk. 3-2. Fouled off his leg. It's not the way we operate here.
A lot of pitches thrown in this game. It was like 190 pitches combined.
Perdomo's 21st of his outing is low, and he walks Blum. Leadoff free pass in the 6th. Juan Rodriguez is grounded out to second in line to right. Second inning of work here for Perdomo after retiring the Astros in order in the 5th. (6-1) Houston. Padres scored in the 2nd on a solo homer from Alfonso. A 6-run 4th for the Astros, 3 of those unearned.
What really hurt in this game was that throwing error by Chase Sedley at third base that led to 3 runs.
Yeah, much different game.
Now that's in our bullpen. You can see it's a 1791 Pudge.
But it is an Ivan Rodriguez model glove.
Maybe, yeah, right.
Right there, ball and 2 strikes.
You ever stood next to Ivan Rodriguez?
Sure.
He's not that tall.
That's foul pass first. See what he's listed at. I'm going to say he's 5'10".
Let's see.
Actually, he was a late signee, so he's not in their media game. Towards third, Chase backhands. Gets the out at first. Here's tonight's Energy Resource Center Power Player answer. Question: the 2006 power hitter that became the only Astro to hit a homer in 6 consecutive games. Was it Innsburg, Berkman, or Bagwell? It was Morgan Innsburg. Of course, we had as a member of postgame a few nights ago.
Yeah. USC guy, right?
Yeah. And the Trojan. Here's the one killer bee that's still left, right?
Yes. He has become the one guy in that organization that is the guy.
Stad pops it up, and Cabrera That was the second out. As Matsui had the key 2-out infield hit with 2 strikes in that 4th inning that let the pitcher Moeller come up that hit the ground ball to turn into the 3-run play on the error. Juan Rodriguez listed at 5'9".
Really?
190.
Wow. But then you stand next to guys like Chris Young.
And you see what true height is all
Yes.
about. Fouled at the plate. The shortstop Cabrera had come in behind the base runner. Lawmont at second base as the pitch was delivered plateward. Two outs in the Houston 6th inning. And a strikeout is the first for Luis Perdomo. He pitches around the leadoff walk. Venable, Alfonso, and Cabrera due up in the San Diego 6th. With Sequan Casino's incredible all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet, now for only $10. Home half of the 6th. 6, 7, and 8 batters coming up for San Diego. 6-1 Houston.
You know, we talked about Brandon Webb earlier, and he's not gonna pick up a baseball for 4 to 6 weeks. And it sounds like to me it's just instability in his right shoulder. They're going to just try to strengthen that capsule, because when a pitcher, I mean, every pitcher has some type of instability because it's an unnatural act. You've been throwing since you've been 9, 10, 11 years old, right?
Campbell sends the first pitch in the air to left center. And Carlos Lee backs up a few more steps. 1 pitch, 1 out. My question then is, of course, he hasn't pitched since opening day. Has he been throwing, or has he been shut down? Does it indicate?
My guess, and, you know, I could read more of the article, but said he began to feel some stiffness during spring training. He did rehab it, but as far as throwing, he doesn't say anything.
Alfonso's home run in the 2nd is accounted for the lone Padres run, which at that point gave San Diego the early lead. for the 6th-run Houston 4th inning. It's one high and deep but foul down the left field side. Nice grab by a fan down there. He wasn't fouled by only yet. Gentleman caught it with a bare hand. He was only fouled by about 20-25 feet.
See how happy you can be if you get a foul ball. So you got to come out to the ball game. Chances are you might get a foul ball. That guy's stoked.
Good word, surfer dude.
Oh,
towards the alley in right center field. This one is going to stay in the park. It bounced to the fence on one hop. Alfonso, for a moment there, looked like he was thinking 3, but wisely stops at second with his second extra base hit of the game. I don't know, 2 pitch, doubles to the right center alley.
well, today 12 teams scored 1 or no runs. The bats all around the league pretty much dead, but not for Alfonso, who homered in the second. Double there. That's going all out, folks. He's giving it his best shot. The old college try.
One out double. Shortstop Everett Cabrera, 0 for 1. Everett in the second, fly to left, and in the 4th, walked. Off-speed pitch, cued foul off the end of the bat.
Yeah, it seems like Brandon Webb was playing some catch in between there, But he's gonna rehab.
Rollers 1-1. On the outer half. Switch hitting Cabrera. 1 for 7 in the series. Got him looking. That one on the outside edge. That's 8 strikeouts for Moeller. Luis Rodriguez will bat for Perdomo. Just his second pinch hit appearance. He's 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter this year.
I tell you what, it just occurred to me. Luis Rodriguez and Eliezer Alfonso can be brothers.
Facially?
Facially.
Yeah.
Yep.
And facially, there's certainly some similarities there. Foul up the first base side, a ball and a strike. Well, the 8 strikeouts for Moeller. You take a closer look at Rodriguez and Alfonso. The 8 strikeouts for Moeller, a season high His previous high was 6, which also came against the Padres on May 9th in Houston when he fanned 6 and 7 innings.
And, you know, I wouldn't say that Moeller's like, how can I say it? I mean, he's winning 6-1, but it's not like he's blowing guys away. You know, he's mixing up his pitches nicely.
He's not throwing what Oswalt was throwing the other
Exactly. Not too many guys can.
But he's getting outs.
Yep.
Alfonso at second, 2 away, a 1-2 count on the pinch hitter Luis Rodriguez. Blocked by Rodriguez.
111 pitches, 112. Check that, 112 for Moeller. And I would guess this is going to be his last hitter regardless.
It's only the 3rd time he's exceeded 100 pitches in an outing, but his high is 123 at Pittsburgh on May 29th when he did go the distance, 9 innings in beating the Pirates. Full count.
The Astros got Joe Sambito warming up in that bullpen down there.
Oh, really?
No, just kidding. Fortino still heating up down there. He is ready to go.
So Joaquin Andujar's not pitching tomorrow?
Ah, nice.
Full count. Payoff pitch. Pulled foul.
If Mike Scott's down there, look for a tool belt and some sandpaper. Hunter Grit. Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, you did out loud, too.
Oh, okay.
It's not cheating if you don't get caught, right? Another 3-2 from Moeller. Pulled to first. And Berkman makes the flip to Moeller. Alfonso doubled. He is stranded. And now at the end of 6. 6-1 Stros. It's time to vote Adrian Gonzalez. Send your Padres to the 2009 All-Star Game. In fact, time running out. Log on to Padres.com and cast your votes and help make sure your Padres are well represented in St. Louis on July 14th. Fans who vote at least 20 times receive a special ticket offer. So visit Padres.com today and vote off and get Adrian to St. Louis. In fact, I think the voting online ends in just over 24 hours, about 10 o'clock Pacific time tomorrow night, if I am not mistaken. New pitcher for San Diego is the lefty, Joe Thatcher.
Hey, Luis Perdomo threw a no-hitter.
2 scoreless.
That's right. He walked 1. He struck out 1. Now the lefty Joe Thatcher trying to improve those numbers that you see there. Well, at the bottom of the order, 9-1-2.
And a pinch hitter Michaels leading off, so they hit for Moeller. The 6 innings, 1 run, 4 hits for Moeller tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Will flare out towards right, racing in Venable. What do you notice about the Padre outfield tonight?
Well, it's very interesting, and it's a nice little nugget that Kyle gave us. Hairston in left, Gwynn in center, Venable in right. All 3 of those gentlemen that I just mentioned, their daddy played in the big leagues. Max Venable, Tony Gwynn Sr., and Jerry Hairston Sr. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Got the legacy outfield going tonight. Top of the order, Michael Bourne, the center fielder. Breaking ball strike. Bourne has struck out, popped out, and grounded out. Way high from Thatcher. Day game here tomorrow to wrap up the series with the Astros. 12:35. No television tomorrow. They chase that one. Does not attempt to take off and use that speed. He's tagged by the catcher Alfonso to complete the strikeout.
The sweeper, the sweeping breaking ball, and Alfonso, you can see he picks it out of the dirt. Watch him pick it out of the dirt. It's still a live ball since it's strike 3. And like you said, Mark Neely, Michael Bourne walking back to the dugout, so no need to throw down to first base. Just tag the hitter. What's the rule? Is there a rule, though, that if the hitter commits back to the dugout, he's automatically out?
Yeah, I think once they go a certain point away from the dirt area around home plate, they're automatically out. Tejada singled and scored in the 4th, 1 for 3. Ball and a strike. Out to third. Nice pickup. Headley gets up and throws out Tejada. So Thatcher sets him down in order. Time to stretch at Petco. FanDiego.com for ceiling fans. Go to Fan Diego. Look at some of tonight's Fan Diego fans of the game here at Petco Park on this Wednesday night. $16,670 the paid crowd. Top of the order comes up in the Padres' 7th inning. 6-5-0 for Houston, 1-4-1 for the Padres. Jeff Fulcino makes his 22nd relief appearance out of the Houston bullpen. With fewer hits than innings pitched. Wynn leading off, 1 for 3. Singled in the first and takes low, ball 1. Chino, a 29-year-old, 6'5", 250 pounds. His first year with Houston. Rolls slowly right side. Matsui gloves and gets Tony. Chino claimed off waivers by Houston from the Royals. Heck, 0 for 2, hit by pitch in the 3rd inning. Well, happy birthday to Carla.
It's a nice way to have a birthday party, huh, at the ball yard?
Yeah, shirts for the occasion. By the way, we need to pass along a happy birthday. Ground ball to the shortstop, Tejada.
Yeah, Coach John Quintera. Happy birthday to the coach. How nice was Coach to bring us some
brought us some cake.
Yeah, birthday cake in the booth. That's all I need.
Happy birthday, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Good man right there.
Well, that's actually Carla behind the lady in the front.
In the white T-shirt, yeah.
Her shirt says, "I am Carla." So it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Carla. Two away for Scott Hairston. A strike from Fulcino.
Oh, Fulcino, a fastball slider and a split, 90 to 95, pretty straight fastball. And he's an Aquarius.
Oh, he is, really?
No, I don't know.
Well, maybe he had the birth date. A ball of wax going. High fly, left center field. And kind of corn for Carlos Lee. Fulcino in his first inning sets the Padres down in order. Top of the 8th inning, Berkman leading off for the Astros. 6-1 Houston. They did all their damage in the 4th inning with 3 of those runs unearned. The Padre run, a solo shot in the 2nd from catcher Eliezer Alfonso. Outside to Berkman.
Oh my goodness gracious, what is that? Is that one of those hoodies that he's got all zipped up? Yeah, that's one of those, yeah. Wow.
That's a hood? That's an outfit? That's,
yeah, it's a hoodie. Under that hood was a true Padre fan. In fact, no, that's Captain Jack in the back. Behind that kid right there. It's Captain Jack and his wife, Kathy.
Strike call, 3-1.
There's the good captain.
Salute.
He's the best.
At the first base line, and Adrian will take it a couple of steps to the base.
Well, who was the wake-up call last night? Was it Tony Gwynn Jr. who hit that extra base hit to get this crowd up and out of their chairs?
And that was one of the hits. He scored the go-ahead run, knocked in the tying run, and then, of course, made the game-saving catch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Cabrera. And Carlos Lee is the second out of the inning. Bullpen's been very sharp tonight.
Very nice. Perdomo, it's glad. I'm glad to see him have 2 outings in a row where he threw the ball extremely well in Arlington and then again tonight.
Well, the Astros have 6 runs on 5 hits. All of their runs and all of their hits came in the 4th inning.
And you take one play away, and this is a whole. It's a different ball game.
Right. Whole different game. 3 unearned runs. 1 costly error. Columbus singled in a run and walked 1 for 2. There's a strike call.
Jeff Blum batting from the right side, his natural side, before he started switch hitting in college.
Hitting a little over 100 points higher from this side than the left this year. Of course, has quite a few more at-bats from the other side. The appeal denied by Las Diaz at first.
I remember one of the great stories Jeff told me when he was a Padre, when he was playing in the College World Series with Cal. You know, they go to Omaha, and you know it's early in the tournament, and all the fans are there from Cal, and national TV and all that good stuff. They introduce him over the PA system. Now batting for the Cal Bears, Geoff Bloom.
Geoff.
Oh, great, thanks. It's Jeff and it's Blum, okay?
I would think even in Nebraska, Geoff is Jeff.
Yeah. Geoff Bloom.
3-2.
Best hair in baseball. He's got the good salad working.
Called out on strikes. Good salad or not. Bullpen has been very sharp for San Diego tonight. When you paid the lowest price on your new furniture, that's Jerry's price. And the Drone's best seat winners tonight. Hello, ladies. Bottom of the 8th inning. 4, 5, and 6 for the Padres, and leading off is Adrian Gonzalez. 6-1 Houston. Adrian grounded to the pitcher in the first, grounded out to Matsui, the second baseman, in the third, and walked in the fifth.
You know, when you look at the Padres side of the pitching staff, the bullpen's thrown a no-hitter tonight. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts combined. Luis Perdomo, 2 innings. Joe Thatcher so far 2 innings. A job well done.
They've kept it where it's at. At the knees, a strike, 1-1. Tails off the outside corner, 2 balls and a strike.
And I think you mentioned it last inning, Mark, but all the hits for the Astros came in that 4th inning. Other than that, not then. It's with the little bird left on the rock.
And all 5 of their hits, singles. Adrian softly right side, Berkman to the pitcher, and Pacino covering. .65 right-hander, got all 250 plus over there in a hurry. Fulcino in his last 14 appearances is 0.87 ERA.
That's dealing.
Headley with 1 out. A walk, a strikeout, and his popped out. A strike call. Day game here tomorrow, 12:35. No television. It'll be Wandy Rodriguez against Kevin Correa. We're back on Friday night with the Dodgers in town. Tune into the Honda Dealer pregame show at 6:30 Friday night. Visit your local dealer for the latest offers on all 2009 inventory. Hiroki Kuroda against Chad Godin on Friday. And of course, there's that little deal Friday about who can play once again for the Dodgers. Did we even mention it? Kind of tired.
Yeah. Well, it's
99.
It's noteworthy, I guess. But Manny Ramirez is going to be back in the lineup for the Dodgers come Friday.
His 50-game suspension is over. Dodgers are off tomorrow. So the 50th game was today. Manny will be back right here on Friday with the rest of the Dodgers. Sharply right on the ground to the shortstop, Tejada, who has played perfectly, 2 outs. Were you disturbed at all by the reception Manny got around the minor leagues? Because of the, let's face it, the guy was coming back from a suspension for performance-enhancing drugs.
It doesn't surprise me.
Disappointed maybe by the reaction?
You know what? Yeah, and I wish I could say what I really feel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that says it all right there. I get your gut instinct.
It's like, you know, you go out, you do something illegal. Okay, you pay the price, whatever. If you're a fan, you're a fan. I know we live in a very forgiving society, and if a guy or gal, you know, they own up to it and humbly accept the consequences and address the situation and then go about their business, you know, people are forgiving to where they, but I guess baseball fans will be baseball fans, you know. If they like them, they like them. They're going to root for them, right?
Right. Well, it will make for an interesting environment here this weekend. There's the 1-1 to Venable. Well, the way your pocket schedule, which shows the Saturday game with a 4 o'clock start, it's now actually 1 o'clock. And it will be televised by Fox. On the left field side foul. Friday's game sold out here. Saturday's getting there.
There is no doubt that number 99 puts fannies in the stands.
That is true. 2-2. Full count.
See Fulcino there gripping the baseball with that split finger grip and then adjusting accordingly in his glove. It looked like he spiked one right there.
Yeah, walks Venable. Fifth walk handed out by Astros, pitching 4 by the starter Moeller in his 6 innings.
You know, I know we mentioned this in Houston, but I want to mention it since we're here in San Diego. But there's been a name on this roster for the Houston Astros that you haven't heard a lot about this year. And we wish him nothing but the best because he's a good egg. Aaron Boone. He went over, had some heart surgery, taking care of that, but he hasn't played this year, so we wish him nothing but the best and a speedy recovery.
We echo those sentiments. Fielder's choice, Venable forced, and at the end of 8, 6-1 Astros. Top of the 9th inning for Petco Park. And the 4th San Diego pitcher is Clay Meredith.
Clay Meredith getting the inning to work as we go to the top of the 9th, and the Padres down by 5. The bullpen has done a fine job tonight. Throwing no-hit baseball. In fact, only 1 over the minimum. That was a walk to Jeff Blum in the 6th inning. Clay Meredith will now take over. So nice job by Luis Perdomo and Joe Thatcher.
Clay threw a scoreless inning here on Monday against the Astros. 1 hit, 1 strikeout was his line. Ivan Rodriguez leads off the top of the 9th. It is the 6, 7, and 8 part of the order for the Astros.
There have been a lot of pitches thrown plateward tonight. The next pitch from Clay Meredith will be the 255th spheroid tossed plateward.
It's a lot of spheroids.
Yeah.
Bouncy ball to third. That is fair in front of the bag, and Headley guns him out. Next telecast comes your way on Friday. How to Dealer pregame show. 6:30 airtime. And Manny Ramirez returns. The Dodgers and Padres. Corona takes on Chad Godin. And you can visit your local dealer for the latest offers on all 2009 Honda inventory. Sellout crowd here Friday for the opener of that series. Dodgers and Padres. High chopper off the bat of Erstad. Eck. Fields has to hurry, but he beat it out. Infield hit for Erstad. Got a lot of air under it.
Well, yeah, he got a lot of help from home plate. And David Eckstein does everything he can. Catches it cleanly, and then the transfer. That ball right off of home plate. And Darren Erstad still can get down the line nicely.
Well, there's the first Houston hit since the 4th inning.
Yep.
And their first hit off the San Diego bullpen tonight. Matsui up the middle, and it gets through. Taking the turn, Erstad will go to third. Seemed like there was a little hesitation off the bat. Looked like a double play ball, but he found a hole.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hopper. The base hit off a home plate. The 4 hopper just out of the reach of David Eckstein.
Back-to-back hits, and Matt Cada will bat for the pitcher Fulcino. That may have been a pitch out. A little tough to tell. Switch hitting Matt Cada started last night at second base for the Astros. Sends a high fly to center field. Pretty well hit. Gwynn going back. Runner will tag. Erstad will score from third and the throw into second base. A sac fly for Cada, and it's 7-1. Cada is 4th RBI of the season. Center fielder Michael Bourne is 0 for 4. Low, a ball and a strike. Now looking at the San Diego night, you've got the 8, 9, and 1 part of the order. Cabrera, then a pinch hitter. Most likely candidates either Blanks or Coos. And then Gwynn to up third. Line to third, caught by Headley. Astros add a run on a couple of hits. Last chance for the Padres coming up. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. And up.
No,
To the bottom of the ninth inning.
He's in la la land. He's dreaming about home runs and turning double plays and being a big leaguer.
Troy Hawkins is the new hurler.
Right-hander out of the Astros bullpen. He's been around for a long time. Fastball, slider, curveball, and a change. Still get up there to the mid-90s. Not bad numbers for Detroit.
Cabrera, then it'll be Kyle Blanks pinch hitting. And Tony Gwynn in the San Diego ninth. 7-1 Houston. Everett tonight. 0 for 2. He does have a walk. Walking in the fourth inning. On the outside corner. Ward at center shades him to go the other way. They give him right center. And if Everett were able to hit a ball to the alley in right center field, with his speed, wind up at third.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? How exciting would it be some point in the season to see this guy hit an inside the corker?
Bounced out to the shortstop, and Tejada's throw low but out. Yeah, he would be a candidate. Certainly to circle the bases. Blanks bats for Clay Meredith. Fastball at 94 for strike one. A 6-run top half of the fourth for the Astros. The difference in this game. 3 of those runs in that inning unearned. Kyle could not hold up. 2 strikes. Breaks his bat, and a one-hopper out to short, and Tejada. Trying to get down that line pretty good, made it close, but he's out number 2.
Well, we've seen some pitchers getting in some kitchens of the hitters. That ball checks up for Tejada, and look at how close it is. You're right. Getting down the line nicely.
Padres down to their final out, and Gwynn is the hitter. 1 for 4. Singled in the first. Looks like the Padres will need a win tomorrow in the 12:35 game to split this series with the Astros. Final meeting of the year between the teams. Line to the right, and Gwynn has his second base hit and keeps the Padre ninth alive. Hit number 5 for San Diego.
Tony stays back nicely on that big looping breaking ball from LaTroy Hawkins. And the hits, bookends for Tony Gwynn tonight. First at-bat and this at-bat in the ninth.
The 2 for 5 night gets Tony's average back over 300 to 302. And that takes ball 1.
The Padres just could not get much going tonight. 3 innings in a row they left a couple runners on base, but nothing to show for it. The only thing is the home run off the bat of Alfonso in the 2nd inning.
The Padres have stranded 9 on base tonight. Astros have left 3. With 2 men on in the 3rd, 2 more in the 4th, 2 more in the 5th. So had some opportunity in those early middle innings off Brian Moeller. And Moeller went 6 innings. Moeller looking for his 5th win of the season. And if he gets it, it would be his 5th straight win, all on the road. He's had most of his success away from Minute Maid Park. Two and one on Eck. Line to left field. Lee comes in, and the Astros win it 7-1. So the big inning. There's 6-run 4th, and Houston has taken 2 of the first 3 games of this 4-game series.